Today we have to do actually 2 flaps. I probably should have made y'all do this flap before we started block day's work, but I need to get it done anyway. So this first triangle right here, well, first of all, we have to prove the 2 triangles are similar, and if so, state how and write the similarity statement. This one big triangle actually has a little triangle in it and then a big triangle. And whenever you build another triangle from an existing triangle, as long as these 2 are parallel, which they are since they are both at 80 degrees, as long as they are both parallel, then the 2 triangles built out of the one big one will always be proportional. So since this angle matches this angle, we know that this side here, and remember to do proportional sides we use shapes instead of dashes, because whenever we use dashes that is congruent. So for similarity we use shapes. This side of the little triangle right here is congruent to this entire side of the big triangle. And then this parallel line right here is proportional, not similar, but proportional to this bottom side down here. So both triangles are proved similar by side, angle, side, and side, angle, side. So by side, angle, side, triangle, and remember the first way that you name it, it does not matter, it only matters the second one. So by triangle XWV is similar to triangle XZV. Oh, I'm sorry, XZY. For the next one, we have to try to see if these are similar triangles. There's a little one that is 3, 5, and 6. There is a big one that is 10, 6, and this side right here, you have to make sure you add, because it's 6 and 6, so that bottom is 12. We need to put our small sides together, so is 6 over 3 proportional to 10 over 5? And is that proportional to 12 over 6? 6 divided by 3 is 2, 10 divided by 5 is 2, 12 divided by 6 is 2. Yes, they are, by side, side, side. So triangle DEG is similar to triangle I went small side, so HFE. For these 2 triangles, we cannot prove similarity because all we have is 2 sides. We don't have any angles. So since we don't have any angles, we automatically know we cannot use angle, angle, or side, angle, side. Well, our other choice is side, 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 and we don't know the third. So this one cannot be done. This next one, this is 6, which means that all of it is 9. This is 10, and it means all of it is 15. And they also share this angle, so it's still side, angle, side. And 9 over 6, does that equal 15 over 10? What number goes into both? So that reduces to 3 halves. And this also reduces to 3 halves. So yes, by side, angle, side, triangle LKM is similar to triangle LJN. Now this is what do we need to prove? So now that we know that both of these are similar, we want to prove it by angle-angle similarity. We already know that it has this angle, so we need to have one more angle. So you either need to know that angle B is congruent to angle E, which would be this angle, or you need to know that angle C is congruent to angle F. You need to know one of them. Next, side angle side similarity. Well, we have side, and we do technically have the angle already because they're vertical, so you should automatically know. So we have side angles, so we'll need to know this side is proportional to this side. So CB is proportional to EB. And then for this one, it says that we already know that DO is proportional to CA and OG is proportional to AT. What do we need to know to prove side, side, side? So we have triangle DOG and triangle CAT. We know that DO is proportional to CA and OG is proportional to AT. So we need to know that DG is proportional to CT. And this is another way that y'all can see proportionality. Y'all do need to know that this means that DO is proportional to CA and OG is proportional to AT. This triangle has the same thing, and it gives me two sides. So we have RED and BLU. RE is proportional to BL, and RD is proportional to BU. And it wants to know by side angle side. So side, we would need to know this angle side. Side, we would need to know this angle and side. So we need to know that angle R is congruent to angle B. Alright, second flap. This is the brand new stuff. So it says similar triangles can be used in indirect measurement. So these first two are just sample triangles, but typically indirect measurement means that you're going to try to measure something bigger using something smaller. So usually they'll use like a person and their shadow, to like the height of a person and how long their shadow is and how long a building shadow is to figure out how tall it is. So you use it for things like that where you can't quite find the height of something, and you use it to do those calculations. Okay, so, and we use proportions to do these. So we have the little triangle where it's 10 and 5, and then we have the bigger triangle where it's 22 and x. And what you have to do is set up the proportions with the like parts. So 10 and 22 go together, and then 5 and x go together. So we have 10 over 22 is equal to 5 over x, and you have to set up the proportion. Once you have set up a proportion, you have to cross multiply, and this is something you guys did in intermediate. It just has been a while. So remember, you multiply these two, so that's 10x is equal to, and you multiply these two, so 22 times 5. 10x is equal to 22 times 5, which is 110. And then you divide both sides by 10. And x is 11. So we know that that x is supposed to be 11. And you set this one up the same way. We have the little triangle where the bottom is 8 and the right hand side is 3. And we have the big triangle where the bottom is x and the right hand side is 6. So these two go together and these two go together. So 8 over x equals 3 over 6, and cross multiply. 3x is equal to 8 times 6. 3x is equal to 48. Divide both sides by 3. And x is 16. And I know I'm going fast, but don't forget you guys are watching this as a recording, so you can stop, rewind, pause, whatever you need to do. Okay, for this picture, they want you to solve for x. So we have this little triangle here, this triangle right here. That is 21 on the right and 24 on the left. And then we have the bigger triangle. That's 52 on the bottom and X on the right. You have to set up your proportions. I'm sorry, not the right pair. The bottoms will go together and the rights will go together. So 24 over 56 equals 21 over X, and cross multiply. 24x equals 56 times 21. 24x equals, when you multiply 56 times 21, you get 1176. Divide 24 by both sides. And whenever you do the dividing, x gives you 49. And whenever you have real world problems like that, you need to make sure that you put the measurement. In this case, it's meters. So 49 meters. This next one is a word problem, so you need to actually draw it out. When Stephanie stands 2 feet away from a lamppost, her shadow is 3 feet long. If Stephanie is 5 feet tall, how tall is the lamppost? So we have a lamppost. It's a beautiful drawing, right? Lamppost. And then we have Stephanie. I know she's got some curves, right? When Stephanie stands 2 feet from the lamppost, so that means this distance is 2 feet. Her shadow is 3 feet long. So her shadow, she's got this whole shadow going on here. The shadow is 3 feet long. And then Stephanie is 5 feet tall. And that's this vertical. So, and then we can continue our triangle this way. Because remember, her shadow is from this lamp. And then how long is it from the tip of her shadow all the way to the lamp? 3 plus 2 is 5 feet. So we have 2 separate triangles from this picture. You have the little one that is Stephanie and her shadow, which Stephanie is 5, her shadow is 3. And then you have the lamppost, and how you have the lamppost, which is 2 feet from Stephanie, and then Stephanie's shadow. Because this would make a perfect angle. That's just the way light works. And so we're trying to figure out how tall the lamp is. So we know that the bottom is 5 and the lamp is X. So we have to set it up. 5 goes with X and this 5 goes with 3. So we have 5 over X equals 3 over 5. And then cross multiply. 3x is equal to 25. Divide both sides by 3. And that would give you x is equal to 8.33 or 8 1/3, whichever way you want to write it. And this is in feet. That's how tall the lamppost is. And you guys are done with your notes for the night.